Long ago, in the heart of ancient West Africa, there stood a small village beside a wide, shining river. The people there lived simple lives. They farmed the rich land, fished the flowing waters, and every night, beneath the stars, they gathered around warm fires to tell stories passed down through generations, and always the drums echoed through the village, deep, powerful, alive. The drums were more than music. They were the heartbeat of the people. And in this village lived a young boy named Kofi. Kofi was 17 years old. He had dark skin, short curly hair, calm eyes, and a quiet strength in the way he walked. He wore a simple brown robe, leather sandals, and around his neck hung a wooden necklace carved with the symbol of a lion. Kofi was brave, kind, curious. He often dreamed about the world beyond the forest trees. But one year, something changed. The rain stopped falling, days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, the mighty river became smaller and smaller, the farms dried beneath the burning sun, and fear slowly entered the hearts of the villagers. One evening the elders gathered beside the fire. Their faces were heavy with worry. Then the oldest elder spoke. "The spirit of the land has fallen silent." He looked into the flames. "The sacred drum of our ancestors is lost, and without it, the rain will never return." Silence filled the village. Many strong hunters traveled into the forest searching for the sacred drum, but none returned with answers. That night, Kofi could not sleep. He listened to the dry wind outside his home. No rain, no drums, only silence. And deep inside his heart, he knew what he had to do. The next morning, Kofi stood before the elders. "I will find the sacred drum," he said softly. The elders looked at him in surprise. "You are young," one elder warned. "The forest is deep and filled with unknown spirits." But Kofi lifted his head. "My heart will guide me." And so, before sunrise, Kofi left the village behind. He walked into the great forest alone. Tall trees covered the sky. Strange birds cried from above. The wind whispered through the leaves like ancient voices. For many days, Kofi traveled deeper into the wilderness. Sometimes he found fruit hanging from trees. Sometimes he drank from cool rivers hidden between the rocks. And every night, beneath the stars, he listened carefully to the sounds of the forest. Until one evening, he heard something. Very faint, very distant. Boom, boom, boom. A drum, soft, ancient, calling to him from deep within the forest. Kofi followed the sound carefully, step by step, until finally he saw a small fire glowing between the trees. Beside the fire sat an old woman dressed in white beads. She held a long wooden staff in her hands. The firelight danced across her face like moving shadows. She looked at Kofi quietly. "Why do you follow the sound, young one?" she asked. Kofi bowed his head respectfully. "I want to save my village," he said. "I am searching for the sacred drum." The old woman studied him for a long moment, then slowly, she smiled. "Many come seeking power," she whispered, "but you came for your people." From a small leather bag, she removed a carved stone key and placed it into Kofi's hand. "The drum is not stolen," she said softly. "It was hidden to protect it." She pointed toward the mountains. "You must enter the cave of spirits." Kofi thanked her and continued his journey. Days later, he finally reached the cave. Massive stone walls rose before him, covered in glowing ancient markings. The air felt warm, heavy, alive. Inside the cave, blue light moved across the walls like flowing water. Kofi stepped forward carefully. Then suddenly, a great lion spirit emerged from the shadows. Its golden eyes burned like fire in the darkness. The cave trembled beneath its powerful roar, but Kofi did not run. The lion's spirit stared deep into his soul. "Why should I let you pass?" it asked. Kofi's heart pounded loudly in his chest, but still, he stood tall. "I do not seek power," he said. "I only want my people to live." He took a slow breath. "I only want the rain to return." For a long moment, the lion spirit said nothing. Then slowly, it stepped aside. "You speak with truth," the spirit said. And there, behind the lion spirit, stood the sacred drum. Ancient wood, gold markings, beautiful, powerful, alive. Kofi carefully lifted the sacred drum into his hands, and with hope burning inside his heart, he carried it home. When the villagers saw him returning, they cried out with joy. The elders gathered around the sacred drum. Then, for the first time in many months, the drum spoke again. Boom, boom, boom. Suddenly, dark clouds filled the sky. Thunder rolled across the land. And then, rain. Beautiful rain. The villagers danced beneath the storm. Children laughed. The river flowed strong once more. Kindly like and comment, subscribe for more stories. Thank you.